What's good, beautiful family? Back with another one. I don't know why, I just like saying that. but I really want to talk about progress and failure. And I feel like they can go hand in hand, but they are different. Because when we fail or when we go through lessons, you don't even have to call it failure. You can call it lessons. It is a different way of describing it, and honestly, a better way of describing it, in my opinion. And it is easy to get caught up. It is easy to think, oh, I'm failing at this, or I'm not making no progress. When actually, when you realize, when you're conscious of the lessons that you're going through, or the state of emotion that you might be, or the patterns, or the state of emotion that you may be going through that is not serving you, or that is sad, or depression, or whatever, or not at peace. Because when we do meditations, when we are just doing whatever, maybe business, it may be just working at something in general, there is ups and downs. There is, just like life, ups and downs. When going through life, when going through your passions or what you love to do and expressing them, we will have ups and downs, and them downs are just as important as the ups, because when we go through them downs, we are progressing by being conscious of it and following through with it. As when we stop, that is true failure. That is true disprogression. I don't even know if that's a word, but not progressing. And that is what kind of stops us in our tracks. That's what kind of keeps us stuck. But realizing that you are stuck, or maybe stuck at some point, and being conscious of it and being aware of it, and then learning from it, is progress, is putting you more up than it is down. As like I said, we are ups and downs, and we live in a world of duality. We live in a world that has its challenges. Our experiences have our own challenges, and them challenges hold gifts. Them challenges hold opportunities for us to grow. Because without the challenges, without the experiences that give us the wisdom, that give us the understanding, we ultimately would just we'd be stuck as it is, or we'd be just good as it is. And it wouldn't make them good moments so good. It wouldn't make growth so progressing, so boosting. Because trust me, I had saw, or no, I'm gonna tell you about this. I was, I'll be meditating, and I'll, take cold showers and stuff, as I explained before. And yes, still is that ego, or there still is them voices where don't want to do this, or I do get cold as hell in the shower, and I'm not just such a pro at it. And then the ego would try to be like, but you've been doing this for a long time, you should be good at it. Well, I'm good at it, don't get me wrong, but it's the progression. So it is not judging yourself and not putting on yourself that, damn, why am I still having these thoughts? Or damn, why is these certain situations still popping up? And not downing yourself for it. Because when we judge ourselves, and when we think that the challenges that we are going through, or the circumstances that may come to us, are just there because we are making no progress, when we are on our journey to progressing, or we are on our journey to self-empowerment and bettering ourselves. And really, that is a sign of progress, when you're aware of it, when you take them challenges or take them circumstances and grow from them and learn from them, as they hold lessons, they hold growth. And a lot of people mainstream, meditation is all about peace. And I had saw this on an Instagram post from Billy Carson, great spiritualist, great human being in general, and talks about the same stuff I'm talking about. And he had posted about this, I don't know if it was supposed to be exact, but it was this AI thing, and it was talking about how meditation, especially in ancient cultures, was not all about peace, as peace was only a side effect. As when you meditate, them voices are supposed to come to you. Them voices, it is putting the weight on the mind, and it is going through with still sitting there, with being in the uncomfortableness of your mind, and letting your mind say what it has to say, letting your mind put up thoughts that may be bad or may be incoherent to you, and going through with them thoughts, knowing that when you are doing that, you are progressing. And when you keep doing that, and when you keep sitting there, and when you get your mind at peace, that is the side effect, that is the progression. And yes, repetition is a key. Repetition, consistency is a key. And at times, you know what I'm saying, certain things to us may feel draining. And there are times maybe we don't do them that day as we want to do, or it is good to do things that give you that energy, that give you that push, and to keep doing them every day, or to keep them consistent in your practices, as they will only elevate you. But there is times where you might not feel like doing them, or this and that is okay. That is progression. When we go through with it, when we learn through it, when we push through it and use that masculine energy to get it done, and to do it with a good, when changing that state of emotion of doing it, because you can do something with the state of emotion of, like, say I'm doing my Tai Chi when I'm just outside doing this. You know what I'm saying? There'll be times where I'm like, I'll be trying to look at the clock and be like, because I'll do like 10 minutes to 15 minutes. I'll be like, is this almost over sometimes? But then I'm like, hold on, let me get back in the present moment. I'm thinking in my head, and let me enjoy this moment. Let me enjoy that, you know what I'm saying, I'm in nature right now, that I am hearing the water, that I am connecting with Mother Gaia. And it's just reframing it, not fighting them thoughts, but reframing them and putting an elevated emotion with it. And of course, like I said, we go through lessons, we go through circumstances that will sometimes put us in sad emotions, or we'll get mad, and the key is to expressing them. I talked about this before. Expressing them, letting them through, letting them go, because that is a part of you being your authentic self. That is a part of you being you. Because we all get mad, we all get sad at times, and we all think we are not progressing at times, but it is. But it is letting that go, not fighting it, and letting it through you, and knowing that you are progressing, that you are sticking true to who you are, especially when letting your emotions go and letting them thoughts flow, just like water. And that is a part of the feminine aspect, and that is how we are balancing the feminine with the masculine. And I had talked about this on my TikTok. I'm gonna leave, if y'all haven't saw my TikTok, it's Aiden, 2 N's, AIDEN _029, so go check that out. But yeah, letting that flow, letting that feminine be the flow, and letting that masculine, using that to get things done, because we have grown up in a world that is so masculine, and we are changing now. We are shifting to the feminine, and it is important to just have that balance. As everything, we should have balance. And yeah, the lessons are just going to balance with the great moments, but there will be more times when you have good moments, or great moments, or uplifting moments, and there'll be times where it will be more challenges, but they are all to grow you. They are all to exceed you with your passions, with your gifts, because again, without experience, without challenges, we would not experience growth. And yeah, and it is a part of being an authentic self. Because me doing these videos, me starting these videos and everything, I had to really get my authentic back. I had to really just be me, because a lot of people here just don't think that big, because it is a small town, and it is only the awareness they have of their possibilities. It is only the unconscious that they are not conscious of. And what I mean by that is them not being conscious of their power, them not being conscious. And I'm not judging them. It is part of how we've been programmed, and I was once like that too. But with the evidence that I have seen, with the feelings, with my life changing as we speak, I know this is happening. I know that this is my mission. I know this is my calling. And that is why I'm also doing this, to help y'all, to guide y'all to your calling. And a lot of part of that is expressing your authentic self, is expressing you and loving you and being you. So I love y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, just know that progression needs them lessons. Progression is going to have challenges that come up, and it is when we can recognize that lessons or failure and progression go hand in hand, but it is up to you to go through, to let that lesson or let that failure be the lesson. Let that failure be the lesson, and learn from it and grow from it and elevate from it, ultimately leading into progression, which is progression. But yeah, I'm gonna get better at trying to. I feel like I'm explaining. I don't know if I'm. Let me comment down below if this is making sense. But I feel like I'm explaining this in the right way. But but I have them times too, and we're all human at the end of the day. And it's easy to put celebrities or spiritualist people and people with a lot of followers on a pedestal, but they go through sacrifices. They go through lessons all the time too. So it is just recognizing the human, recognizing your own authentic self and your own expressions, and what that child loves to do, what you have fun doing, and what gives you energy. I love y'all. Make sure y'all just keep to yourself, and don't let other opinions and don't let other circumstances determine that, as every person, every circumstances is a chance to grow, is a chance to experience and gain the wisdom and the understanding, ultimately, of your life, of your experience. Love y'all, and I'll see you